This guy, when I say this guy, I'm talking about President Trump, is such a good friend and such a loyal, amazing guy, man. He's a great guy. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. And, you know,
you're not worried about losing any viewers for, over your friendship with the president.
I could give it.
Right.
I don't give it.
The liberals probably watch.
If you don't like me,
right,
because I'm friends with this guy, that's your problem, not mine.
Dana White is one of a kind when dealing with reporters, critics, or anyone trying to push their agenda on him. As UFC president, he bulldozes through controversies, especially when it comes to topics like free speech, woke culture, or his friendship with Donald Trump. He's clear, he won't back down.
We're in a very strange place at the moment in sport, where biological males are beginning to dominate biological females in women's sport because they identify as women. What do you think of that?
I think you know exactly what I think of that. I think that, let me put it to you this way. I have a daughter, okay? And I don't ever want to see a day where somebody who is a biological male is competing against my daughter.
Recently, a reporter questioned Dana about giving UFC fighters freedom of speech. His response: a reality check. Free speech, brother. Dana doesn't censor his fighters or tell them what to believe. He lets them speak their minds.
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Free
speech. Gonna control what people say? Gonna tell people what to believe? Gonna tell people... I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them.
This is Dana's philosophy. Say what you want, no strings attached. His bold, no-nonsense approach makes him stand out, not just as a sports executive, but as a public figure who won't let anyone dictate how he runs his business.
Here's your question.
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want.
Love him or hate him, Dana isn't just running the UFC. He's a powerhouse worth over $500 million. On top of UFC success, he started new ventures, including a whole new sport, slap fighting.
The deal that I just cut for slap is bigger than the UFC deal we cut with Spike TV after the first season of The Ultimate Fighter. I don't give a what the media says about it. They don't matter.
Media backlash doesn't faze Dana. He's too focused on winning to worry about woke critics on social media.
And I just hate that. I get it. You want your clicks or whatever it is you guys want to get, your little moment that you can post, but I will attack you if you do that. You know what I mean? It just causes a lot of bull.
Reporters often try to stir up drama, like questioning trash talk between fighters. Dana's response: trash talk is part of the fight culture. It hypes fans up for the action. He won't let loaded questions turn into fake controversies.
I was going to say, so you don't have any concern about the way the build-up, the tension between those two?
I could care less. This is the fight business. Israel Adesanya can say whatever he wants to say. Who gives a...
Dana's tired of reporters twisting innocent comments into controversies. When one reporter tried to paint a fighter rivalry as racist, Dana didn't let it slide. His blunt response: who cares? He's not here for drama. He's here to promote fights.
I know you say, hey, this is the fight business. People say nasty things, right? But the tension between those two and kind of the racial undertones and all those things, how do you...
What were the racial undertones?
Dricka says he's the real African fighter, and so, Israel dropped some N-words in there tonight.
So what was the racial? Who did? Who dropped the racial?
Israel was saying over and over,
he's black.
50 N-bombs in there.
Okay, he's black. Who gives a...
Dana has no patience for cancel culture, calling it a high school bully mentality. He's seen how quick people are to cancel anyone who challenges the status quo, and he's had enough.
Lunatics trying to cancel them. Yep. Going after Chappelle, going after Rogan, going after all these different comedians who stood strong, stood their ground, and continued to do their art, in which we need badly now in this crazy world we live in.
It's not just Dana. Public figures like Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle have faced cancel culture too. Rogan didn't back down, and neither did Dana.
First of all, The whole Rogan thing that happened was 10 years earlier, and Rogan was quoting somebody when he used the word. It was a quote. Rogan wasn't going out and just using the word. Then somebody went out and clipped it all together, and the times that he was quoting others of saying it. And Rogan said, whoa, I saw this thing too. It looks bad, and I apologize for the word and whatever. And then everybody...
Dana credits Dave Chappelle for showing him how to handle backlash. Chappelle turned down deals to avoid being controlled by sponsors, and Dana adopted the same mindset. He built his empire without letting public opinion hold him back.
Chappelle said, you know how many shoe offers I've been made and I never took one? You know why? Because when they do something you like, the first thing they do is take your shoes back. And then once they take your shoes back, everybody else starts going, oh my God, should we take ours away too? And that's how it all starts in this whole snowball effect.
Dana values loyalty over public opinion. When asked about his support for Trump, he bluntly said, I don't give a bleep if you like me or not.
This guy, when I say this guy, I'm talking about President Trump, is such a good friend and such a loyal, amazing guy, man. He's a great guy. He's been a friend of mine for a long time, and, you know.
For Dana, loyalty is everything. Trump has been a loyal friend, and Dana won't turn his back on him just to please the media. That honesty is why people respect him, even if they don't agree with his politics.
I could give a shit.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
The liberals probably watch.
If you don't like me,
right,
because I'm friends with this guy, that's your problem, not mine.
Why does Dana irritate the media so much? It's simple. He doesn't back down. In a world where people walk on eggshells, Dana storms through, refusing to let the media or woke critics control him.
Because at the end of the day, I'm sure Dave Chappelle's doing well, but you have to give credit to the CEO of Netflix. When that thing went down, everybody was attacking Chappelle and saying, take that down, cancel him, blah, blah, blah. And the CEO of Netflix stood up.
Dana has also spoken out against biological males competing in women's sports, calling it unfair. As a father, he wants to protect fairness for women like his daughter.
We're in a very strange place at the moment in sport where biological males are beginning to dominate biological females in women's sport because they identify as women. What do you think of that?
I think you know exactly what I think of that. I think that, you know, let me put it to you this way. I have a daughter, okay? And you know, I don't ever want to see a day where somebody who is a biological male is competing against my daughter.
Dana wonders why more people don't stand up like he does. He believes public figures are too scared of backlash, betraying their beliefs to avoid controversy. For Dana, standing up for free speech and fairness is essential.
If you don't like me,
right,
because I'm friends with this guy, that's your problem, not mine.
Dana's success comes from being unapologetically himself. He's real, bold, and doesn't fold under pressure. His approach is a reminder to stay authentic and stand up for what you believe.